Vinay Khattar, Head Research Individual Clients at Edelweiss Financial Services, now joins in to talk fundamentals. Vinay, to start off with, that whole word tapering really seems to put a lot of pressure on the equity markets. Do you think that we're reading too much into this and that the impact has already been discounted?
See, our sense at Edelweiss is that to an extent that impact is already into the markets. However, what is the point of debate at this point is what is the amount of tapering that will begin, and whether it will begin right now from this month forward, or it is going to be with a bit of lag, that is a couple of months down the line. Now, once the tapering begins, our sense is that the bond yields in US should stabilize at that particular level. If that happens at about 2.9 or 3%, which is pretty much what the US 10-year paper is trading at, then the top would have been made in the near term. And that should have a kind of a positive impact on the bond yields across the world, and it could also indicate some kind of stability in the emerging market scenario. Given that over the next 8 to 10 days, when the Fed announces its policy in terms of tapering, I think the markets could remain very volatile during this period, and that would have an impact globally on all asset classes, including bond yields as well as equity markets.
Vinay, what's the word with IT? With the currency stabilizing a bit and some news bits coming around, there seems to be some bit of profit booking happening there. My question really is, what are you advising your clients to do? Are these stocks expensive and therefore book profits, or even buy them at current levels? Because we have heard even fund managers say that IT is still inexpensive if you look at the next 3 to 5 years.
Our view is aligned to this second particular thought. Our sense is that IT represents a very good opportunity given the kind of depreciation that has happened in the rupee and a clear demand uptick that we are seeing in US. Both these factors over the next 1 to 2 years could cause significant upside on the IT stocks. And within the IT segment, our sense is that mid-cap IT stocks, especially Mindtree, KPIT, Cummins and the likes, these could present good opportunity which could outperform other sectors if one was to hold them patiently for a 1 to 2 year view.
What would be your view on select stocks from the oil and gas basket, ONGC, Reliance Industries and Cairn?
There are events which are going to be playing out. The news flow currently indicates that we are not really done with the gas price hike as far as Reliance is concerned. There are both sides of the view whether at what price the existing production should or existing production from the wells should be priced at coming from next year. So that particular event still stays out. Otherwise, overall our view remains positively biased on the sector, especially Reliance and ONGC. Our sense is for an investor with a reasonable time horizon, these stocks at current valuation represent good bets.
I was just wondering, have you looked at some of the side market stocks? Because everybody talks about IT when it comes to the currency. We had a couple of textile manufacturers who spoke some very good things about how their business is shaping up for the next 3 or 4 quarters. What are you doing there, if at all, in that pocket?
You see, textile sector is a specific sector which benefits a lot because of the currency depreciation, and textile manufacturers could get a positive flip and some degree of tailwinds as the currency depreciates. However, blindly getting into any kind of textile stock may not be very prudent, because a lot of companies have huge degree of leverage which is sitting on their balance sheets. Earlier also, certain investors have tried to ride the boom across the textile sector, and eventually it peters out. So you'll have to pick and choose in terms of stocks which you would want to play in textile sector, where you'll have to look at the balance sheet strength, companies which will benefit because of a rupee depreciation, and companies which will have the ability to fund their expansion plans if it comes to that.
Any stocks from the broader markets where you see balance sheet strength and strong fundamentals as a long-term investment option?
You see, our advice has been on a couple of NBFCs, which is Bajaj Finance as well as Repco Home Finance. So these are the couple of stocks where we believe that the secular trend remains pretty good. On the auto side, our sense is that Bajaj Auto and as well as Motherson Sumi could be very good bets for investors who would want to hold on for a longer period of time. Basically, the strength of the business model, the kind of cash flows that the companies would be able to generate, which would then give you certain degree of comfort in terms of valuations. These are the key factors which will determine how these 4 or 5 stocks play out going forward, and we have advised our clients to invest into these ideas.
Leave us with maybe one, not a small cap stock really, Vinay, but something in the broader markets that you believe is a screaming buy, maybe based on valuations, maybe a 3-year story, maybe a 2-year story, maybe a 1-year story, but something that you believe can give returns or will fall less if the markets were to tank too much.
You see, one bet which investors could take, which is on the large cap space, is Larsen & Toubro. Stock has suffered a lot because of a very challenging macroeconomic environment as well as very high interest rates into the system, which has impacted a lot of projects both on the power side as well as in the transport sector and so on, which has caused the entire sector to fare badly. Now, Larsen is the largest bet within the cap good sector. With the kind of order traction that it is having and the exposure it has to international markets, which will help the margins, as well as the news flow that is coming out in terms of government clearing very large number of projects, as well as Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor, which would lead to significant order traction for Larsen & Toubro. Our sense is for investors who would want to hold on to a safe bet over a 2 to 3 year period, Larsen could be a very, very interesting stock to be in.
Great, Vinay. Thanks very much for joining in and giving us your fundamental view. Prakash, as always, great having you with us with your technical opinion. On that note, we wrap it up on Market Sense. Thanks for tuning in. Up next, Markets at Lunch.